As a performer, as an artist, it is heartbreaking to know that the government or the country, not government, the country has decided not to change the way she perceives the arts. So if I will put it in my local language, the Akan word for artists, agro. Agro has two meanings: performance and play. And I think that Ghana sees performance more as omu di agrobi. They are playing than omu yo yechere. They are displaying something. And I know that this is not something different. I keep saying, apart from the 2 million CDs that Musica was able to get a long time ago, and some amazing things that Dr. or Nkrumah did with the artists. He was intentional about, traveling with artists, was intentional about putting capital injection in the art space. Very, very little. Ghana has done very little for artists. That is one of those reasons why I always say that I would rather rely on myself than to rely on leaders to lead me somewhere, because I know that even the few people who are leading, who want to do something, they don't know. I've spoken to very intelligent leaders about the arts, and they say, oh, I don't know anything about your industry, as though not knowing something about the industry is swag. And when I go outside right now and I get permission from AMA to shoot a music video by the roadside, immediately I bring out cameras. People, 90% of people watching say, so it is a cultural problem. It is currently we are looking at it from finance. See, how much money have we put on our industry for 2024? Zero. But why are leaders doing that to our industry? Because they think our industry agro, even though the statistics saying completely different, even though the numbers are saying different, the amount of taxes that we can get from it, the employment we can create, entrepreneurship, creativity, patency, complete development. Because the problem that we have in this country is not just a problem of corruption or a problem of management, it's a problem of creativity. Yes, because we only get 10% of our gold and our oil, or less than that, because we don't know how to create the machinery to go down there to drill it. So the main thing that bedevils us as Ghanaians is that we do not promote creativity. And this budget, as you've shown me, is just one example of that fact. So it is really heartbreaking. As an artist creating content, as an artist making music, they said nothing about that. They didn't say anything for the people who are doing the movies. They didn't say anything, just captured a few items for tourism. But the creative space is not just tourism. Creating culture, creating even a way of thinking, creating how people are supposed to interact with each other. All that is art. All that is a part of our identity.
I've been asking myself, so this December in GH program that attracts diasporans, can it be successful without our sector, the arts? Yes. Can it work? Because if they come in, how would what will entertain them?
It can't. But you see, I think the elephant in the room is not, the elephant in the room is how much money is the country willing to put on our industry for 2024. That is the question. And according to this budget, is zero. None. So if the government or the country has money for health, has specific amounts of monies for education, specific amounts of monies for legislation, specific amount of monies for everything, but have no amount of money for our industry, then it should tell you that two things: either some of us should become or join government or join the leadership at that point or forget about it. But I'm not a musician only to make money. That is not the reason why I'm a musician. I'm a musician to create art. I'm a musician to influence culture. I'm a musician to enable the environment to thrive through my contribution to creativity. So if we have 3 event centers in Accra, how about Kumasi? How about Takrade? How about Tamale? How about Wale Wale? And if we are talking about a handful of the artists that benefit from the events that go on in December, how about the traditional artists? How about indigenous musicians?
Will never be invited.
How about folk musicians? How many musicians do we have in this country? How many people are making movies? How many movies can we show in December? How many people are coming anyway? It's about a holistic approach towards developing the arts and owning up to the fact that that is the key thing that the nation lacks, and therefore we need to build it. So it's not about a few A-list artists who are going to enjoy in December. No, that's not. The budget is about the nation. And the nation must be intentional about curating, about educating, about producing creative people who know what they are, who are going to contribute to the identity of the nation. So if you do a budget and you put no amount of money and a holistic strategy that affects the industry, what you are saying is that you don't care. That's what you are saying. And you, I don't know how to say this beautifully, but it is sad.
Many experiences going to come.
Well,
I mean, it should be umbrella.
But Andy, one problem.
Thank you. Let's end it.
One problem that I see with what Kwame is saying, it's very good. You hardly hear the musicians come out to talk about some of these things.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the musicians rallied to go for a demonstration, what were they demonstrating for? What were they? What all they went there. Someone was seen with all the levity, got there playing with police officers, couldn't say anything sensible. Come on, what country are we living in? And why would they take us serious? How do you expect them to even think about it?
Oh, poor Fee.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I think we are changing the conversation.
No, we are not changing.
We are throwing the conversation away.
No. We are not throwing the conversation away because every platform we have, all of these things must be factored. We must speak out. See, you have a platform. Here you are talking about it. How many musicians, call them right now. Yesterday I was excited when the FDA we were at court,
hearing.
yes.
Yeah, court.
And I hear there were a lot of musicians present. This is something that we need to champion. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you call them something that is very, very essential, something that's very important, zero. They hear pan, you may not get them. And so me, I'm happy.
They are afraid that you come and speak the
Why should you
truth,
be afraid?
and then people on social media will insult you. Political parties will put people on you, and then they will cancel you and clip your wings.
But must it be so?
No, it mustn't be so, but that is the way the thing has been curated.
And finally, Andy, I want us to be more intentional about December in GH. There should be a lot of, support in terms of capacity building, incentives, among others, so that these events organizers can work more and employ more people, including the creatives, to cash in proper on December in GH. It shouldn't be like we should see a serious policy initiative for December in GH. We need to be intentional about that, and it shouldn't just be about flyers and those things. We need to be more intentional.
I am going to because I have a good relationship with Honorable Okyeame and his boss. I'm going to organize a good amount of musicians to go to the office, not in a form of a demonstration, it's not there yet, to go to the office and demand for explanations for why we are not captured
Good.
in this. And I don't mean I mean artists, painters, people, actors. So for us to go and sit down with them and find out what are we doing so foolishly that we don't capture it in the national agenda.
What up, my people? I go by the name T-Ram, aka the stylish rapper, aka Conscious, aka Fire, aka what I say, BBB. You're watching Davcadotv. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Alright.